like this is the other podcast.
This is the other podcast. It's
I got to look up there to see which one.
I know. Which one are we doing today?
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing, hey, welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Freedom Friends.
Hey, wait. That's John. I'm Scott. There's Justin.
Yeah.
Mikey's gone. He's off jumping out of planes or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Dave.
He's the old ABC this week.
Yeah.
Airborne Commander. He's on a round canopy parachute team down in Palatka, Georgia.
Florida.
What the fuck? Like I noticed as I said it.
Hey, to be fair, Palatka sounds a lot like a Georgia thing.
It really does.
Yeah.
But
it could fit.
But it is definitely
Yeah.
a Florida town.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it would do Georgia the right justice.
It's the hometown of the original Florida man.
It has to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's down there this week, yeeting people out of airplanes. And so you guys are stuck with us. Yep.
So speaking of Palatka, it's a weird name, right? I don't know where it comes from. I don't know where it originates, right? But I was driving the other day.
Yeah.
And I saw a street or a road, I guess a road sign, and it was Screaming Woman Road. And it just makes you think like, when and how did this get
It was named for a reason.
Yes, it was named for a reason. That noisy bitch down the road.
Yep.
Like,
God damn it, Carol. There she is just hollering again.
Yeah.
That is one of those street names where you're like, I need
Yeah.
more. Give me more info.
Yeah. You kind of want to know.
So like in Arizona, there's a place, it's called Horse Thief Basin.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I know how that name got there.
Right. I mean, you can kind of figure that out, right?
Context clues get you there.
Yeah. It's Screaming Woman Road.
Like, why was she screaming? Or is that just where they go to scream?
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, you got to go down Screaming Woman Road. You can't do that here.
There's a place for this.
Wow. Oh, that'd be so fun. I would just start naming roads, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, no. You have to go down there. It's the 3rd Street on the left.
Like, we get to name a road eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are Dead Hooker Drive? Like, what are we going to do? You know, like,
I think I'm past that stage of my life.
yeah, but just to make people think in the future, you know?
I know, right? Like, man, what'd they do there?
How'd this get named that? Well, it was Scott and John. They were drinking.
Yeah.
I feel like y'all would find like a residential area and name it like Small Peepee Drive or something like that. just so when someone's like, hey, what's your address? God damn it.
Like,
Streakers Lane.
I am 2 Small PP Drive.
Does that mean I'm 1?
I don't know. Yeah, like I want to know how it works. Like, do we get to pick the number too? Or do they assign the number for?
I hope we get to pick the numbers.
Because like I want to pick like somebody has to be like 1, and somebody needs to be like 46,804. Like, yeah, he's my neighbor.
I vote for 169,100.
Okay.
What about 420?
Yeah, if Mikey lived there. I mean,
Yeah. No, I think they assign them, which I think sucks. I wish there's got to be a way we can petition.
Guys, it wouldn't be the Freedom Friends if we didn't talk about our number 1 sponsor, Warfighter Tobacco. Obviously, you guys have seen us all smoke them. We're here to talk about a quality product that everybody can enjoy. The great equalizer, as we've called it, the Warfighter Tobacco Stick. And it's not just cigars. They've got humidors, travel humidors, cutters, lighters, everything you need to get started on that journey. So check out warfightertobacco.com and use that code FTFO. Score yourself that sweet 15%. If you want to know my personal favorite, I'm a 7.62 Field guy. I like that Sumatra, real nice and even keeled cigar. Great for us beginner smokers, right? And I'm told that these taste even better when you're listening to the Freedom Friends podcast. Now, back to the show. This episode is brought to you by Grill Your Ass Off. It's no secret, we're all middle-aged dudes who love barbecue. Grill Your Ass Off is our main go-to for our spices. That's what we use, man. Whether you're doing burgers on the grill, steaks, or my personal favorite, a little bit of pork belly burn ends, right? They've got you covered on all of that. They also have salsas. They also have seasonings and spices. They got beer salts. They've got everything, man. Check them out. grillyourassoff.com/freedomfriendspodcast or use the code freedomfriendspodcast at checkout.
So before we started recording, you were showing me some highlights of Trump's
Catholic dinner thing.
Al Smith dinner.
Yeah, Al Smith dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the funny things I saw in there is he was kind of, ragging on Chuck Schumer. And he said, if Kamala doesn't get in, that he still has a chance of being the America's first female president.
Yeah.
How funny would it be if Trump gets elected and then decides that he is now Madam President?
just to outwoke the other party.
He would win for King Troll. Like he would. You can't top winning the presidential race and then identifying as a woman to be like, nope, I'm number one. Like,
you got the whole the viral video where it's ma'am,
Yeah.
right, and then this one's going to be Mr. President, please place your right hand on the Bible, and he just goes, it's madam. I think that'd be great.
It'd be funny.
I don't think he'd ever do it.
No.
Man, that'd be awesome. Just trolling.
Yeah. Speaking of trolling, he was we get into the current events where he was trolling Kamala for claiming to be a McDonald's employee.
Yeah.
And became one.
He decided to pick up the old air fryer, but this article says Trump makes fries in Pennsylvania, McDonald's. I've now worked for 15 minutes more than Kamala. The best part about this is, so if you scroll on TikTok and you look at the comments for a lot of people that post like just really dumb shit,
Yeah.
the go-to comment people will say, just put the fries in the bag, man. And so I think it's so fitting that he went and just worked the fry station, because that's real popular right now.
Yeah. Well, did you see there's some videos of him working the drive-thru?
I
So
saw something.
these people are coming through the drive-thru and it's the president handing you McDonald's. Like, that's kind of funny.
He's just poking his head out.
I mean, they had to know because like all the
there's
media
400 camera crew,
Yeah.
camera guys out there.
Secret Service is just all out around the building. I want to know if they gave the employees a heads up, like,
I'm sure.
right?
Well, Secret Service did for sure.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
go back to a group picture. Let's see if they're all wearing the same uniform. That'll let us know if they had a heads up or not.
No, up one.
Like if everyone looks good, yeah, they definitely knew.
Yeah.
What
Yep.
are those?
The McDonald's shoes, bro.
They have McDonald's.
I don't know.
I think he does.
Is this dude just a really big fan of McDonald's?
Well, he has his required number of flair.
I can't believe they didn't iron Trump's apron.
I'm sure it was just out of the package though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
They call corporate. We need one presidential apron, please.
He should have pinned his American flag on it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever worked like fast food or anything like that?
I worked at McDonald's in high school.
I have never worked fast food.
Yep.
I've worked in restaurants, not fast food though.
I had filled out a McDonald's application, and then my buddy got me when I was in like high school. He got me a job working with him at like a dry cleaners or something.
Oh, yeah.
And then I think like later on, I had another friend who worked at McDonald's, and I was like, "Oh, I almost worked there." He's like, "Count your fucking blessings."
Well, Logan, my son, he worked at Whataburger for a while, and he was happy to get out of it. Darren worked at Jimmy John's. He was happy to get out of that. Yeah.
I worked there in high school, and I don't know. All my friends worked there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
That would make
it wasn't really a job. Like,
Yeah.
we just, yeah.
Bullshitted and did things.
Yeah. I mean, we did work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we didn't want to get fired. It's
Right.
It was nice having some money, but like, we didn't work that hard. It was McDonald's.
My problem is the closest fast food restaurant was like 20 miles away from me. So
You know what? I do have to
Yeah.
say though, The ice cream machine worked the entire time I fucking worked there.
I'm
Every day.
100% positive that they all work.
Yeah.
That the employees just don't ever want to maintain it.
Oh,
I'm 100% convinced of that.
yeah.
Because there's not much to an ice cream machine.
Not really.
You put a bag in it, it freezes it, and then it's, you know what I mean? It's not hard.
Yeah. Well, it's the you got to be able to put the spoon on to mix up your shit.
Well, now that's Dairy Queen, right?
No, that's McFlurry.
Oh, McFlurry has a little.
Yeah.
You
It's
hook
the
the
ice
spoon
cream
up.
machine. Yeah. The spoon. If you ever look at a spoon in a McFlurry, it's a square, like not the actual spoon side
same,
of it.
same thing with Dairy Queen.
Yeah, and they just plug it right in, and they use that to mix it.
I remember I had my first McFlurry when I was like fucking, I don't know, like 15 or something. And I straight up thought it was a straw. And I'm sucking on this thing. And I'm like, why the fuck isn't it working?
I believe it does double as a straw, though.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how though.
I think there's a hole in the bottom.
There we go. Here's a little.
No, there's a hole in the side here. It's never going to work as a straw.
Oh, okay.
But it definitely looks like one.
Yeah.
They definitely fuck with your brain. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I went to one and it was working.
Well, another reason it's a better spoon is it doesn't fold in half.
It's also true.
I just can't remember the last time I went to a McDonald's.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you remembered that they even had ice cream.
Yeah.
Scott, didn't you say you were boycotting McDonald's? Because they kept doing the thing where they'd like ask you to pull over to the side and wait
Yes.
for your food.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that.
My favorite with you and McDonald's is the breakfast sandwiches.
Yeah, I gave that up. I quit.
Wait, I don't know this.
I would.
Oh my God, this was years
Years
it was going on.
this was going on.
And it was across the country. Didn't matter where.
Didn't matter
what
where.
McDonald's.
I would order a
Sausage McGriddle.
yes,
Add bacon.
add bacon,
That's all he'd say.
and sometimes
Sausage McGriddle. Add bacon.
I would get just a bacon McGriddle. Sometimes I would get just sausage and bacon and no egg or cheese.
Yeah.
That was the one that really put me over the edge. I'm like, fuck this. Like I'm like, how hard is this? Add bacon.
And it was like we'd pull up in the drive-thru and he'd start to order and I'd be like this. I couldn't even order. I'm just like, here it comes. I know it's gonna happen.
And I would, yeah. I gave that up though. Well, once the Whataburger had the breakfast burger, there's no reason to go to.
Except it takes
McGriddle.
20 minutes at Whataburger.
It can, yeah. And it takes 4 minutes to eat it.
That's true.
So
Very true. Yeah, I'm a big Dairy Queen fan.
Yeah?
So Dairy Queen or Sonic.
Yeah.
If I'm getting like ice cream or something, I'm like, yeah, we're going to Dairy Queen or Sonic. Like,
yeah. Sonic's always good.
Very true.
Sonic's breakfast burritos aren't bad. For a white guy, breakfast burrito.
Yeah. I can't remember the last time I went to Sonic.
I've been getting spoiled with tacos though. That off-road park. There's
Yeah.
like 15 Mexican taco stands.
Nice.
And it's,
Speaking of which, how was the off-road park this weekend?
it was good, really dry. But they had an event. They were filming a TV show called Mud Madness. And they gave away a four-wheeler. Oh my God, this is a story. Right? So they do all these events and shit. But at the end of the night, they had like an awards thing. And they had the stage. And anybody who got into the park got a ticket. And they gave away this big jacked up Can-Am Outlander four-wheeler, right?
Yeah.
And you had to be there to win.
Okay.
Okay. So they drew the first guy and he wasn't there, but he wrote his number down and they called him
To tell him that
to tell him
he almost won.
that if he would have been there,
Oh,
he would have won.
fuck yes. I appreciate that so much.
They called him. They're like, hey, you were at the off-road park earlier. Why'd you leave? And he's like, oh, I came home to have some fun. He's like, oh, you didn't want to have fun at the park? Nope, I was getting late or whatever, right? That's what he said. And he's like, well, I hope it was worth it because if you were here, we were giving away that four-wheeler and we drew your name. But you have to be present to win.
That's awesome.
I could not, and they had the phone up to the mic when they were calling, and it was fucking
Yes.
awesome.
Did he try to be like, oh, I'll be there, I'm on my way, or anything like that?
But I would
Just
have
accepted it?
fucking been like, I am across the park. I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like
Damn.
Everybody in I-10 get out of the fucking way.
Because it was probably a $35,000 4-wheeler.
Yeah.
The way it was set up. Yeah. So
Man.
yeah.
That when you said they called him, I was like, no way.
Yeah.
No way they did. And then that's
Yeah.
fucking
It was
amazing.
like, oh. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
So now anytime they do a giveaway, there's no way I'm not going to be standing right there because I am not ever receiving that fucking call.
Just don't write your number down.
Well, that's true.
Like, oh yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, every now and then they give away some cool shit. Next weekend they're giving away an X3. One weekend they gave away an old Chevy 454 SS pickup.
Nice.
It was pretty sweet. Yeah. But they have to make bank at that park.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
And that was the park putting it on or putting on the giveaway, not the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's
Yeah.
cool.
But no, the show is pretty cool too. If you haven't seen it, it's called Mud Madness on Discovery Channel. But this was the last show of season 2 that's not out yet. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They just follow around and be like, yeah, this is what happened at this park. Is that kind of what it's about?
kind of like they've
Yeah.
been to Rednecks and they've been to like a
Okay.
bunch of other different parks. And I mean, they have like these 8 racers that they're featuring,
Okay.
and there's kind of a little show to it, you
Yeah.
know. But yeah, it's a decent show. But if you want to see what like Rednecks and all that shit's about,
Yeah.
you know, they kind of go over it. And, yeah, but they had like dirt drag races. They had this mud pit races that was pretty fucking cool. Yeah, they had a bunch of events this weekend. So yeah.
You said it was pretty dry though. So no risk of getting stuck or what?
Not, I mean, if you were in the mud pit, it was muddy.
Yeah.
But that was like the one,
Yeah.
nobody with anything factory is going to make it even close to getting through that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's for a big boy race.
Nobody got ran over.
Nobody got ran over. No.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Everybody's pretty respectful. Yeah.
Because they were filming, was there still a lot of littering?
There was a
Yeah.
lot of littering. Like I go to other parks and I just cannot believe the fucking amount of littering at this place. And then like I show up early on a Friday and it's not littered yet.
Yeah.
Like they pick it all up.
Yeah.
I don't know how or when or how they do this. Like
Yeah.
but Sunday morning, it looked like, I mean, it's bad. Yeah.
It's
I don't
bad.
understand. So, yeah, but it's fun. It's really dry though. So I got to ride a bunch of trails that I normally couldn't ride because they're usually way underwater and shit. So, it was kind of fun. But, yeah.
Nice.
Put about 100 miles on it.
Oh yeah.
So,
That'll work.
Fuck
yeah.
yeah. John, what'd you get into this weekend?
I picked up alligator skulls and wine.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. It was a good weekend. No, we had our skulls from last year. I forgot. So I called them on Friday and I was like, hey, are these ready? And they were like, yeah, they've been ready for a while. I'm like, okay. So we went down and picked those up and that was Saturday. Well, that was down in El Campo. It was like 2.5 hours from here.
Yeah.
We drove all the way down there and we'll pull up. We get out and this lady walks out. There's like the building that we were supposed to go into. And then it's in like the backyard of this house. Now it's in the middle of nowhere in Texas. It's on, some property.
Yeah.
And so this lady walks out of the back of the house with her 3 dogs and she's in a moo-moo. And so I get out of the truck and I'm like, hey, how you doing? And she's like, skulls are right over there if you want them. I was just like, what? And I looked and by the other building on the patio, there was a picnic table. It had 2 skulls sitting out there with the paperwork and everything. And I was like, I drove 2.5 hours all the way down here and I didn't even get a hi. Like, whatever. I'm like, thanks.
Take your shit.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, but they did a good job. They look really good. And then Sunday, I went up to Pedernales to go pick up wine because I keep forgetting and I'm busy. And so it was
How many bottles did you get this time?
18.
What do you normally get per month?
I get 6 a quarter.
6 a quarter.
And but I
you
feel
picked
like
up 18.
I feel like they're adding more quarters every year. And I'm like, there's no, I mean, like, I'm not complaining because it's, it's more wine, but I'm just like, fuck, like, I feel like I just picked up 18 bottles. Like, how is there?
So it would be possible for me to drink 6 bottles of wine per quarter.
Yeah. But I don't even do that.
Yeah, you showed me your collection.
No, it's insane.
Now you could.
But see, what happens is I don't drink wine for like 9 months. And then like Thanksgiving, Christmas, we'll go through like 5 bottles a night.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
For like 2 weeks straight. And then I won't drink wine again.
John just out there getting wine drunk
Yep.
at the Thanksgiving table.
The problem with wine is you can't open a bottle.
You have to finish it.
You have to finish it. You can't just open it and be like, okay, I'm going to.
I'll finish this.
Like this, I can open this and then it can sit there for 4 months.
Thank God.
Thank God. It usually doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
But it
But
can.
it could.
It has
could.
the possibility.
It could.
Yes.
We should start dating these with the names.
We should.
Oh, then you'll know which ones are good or not.
That's what I mean.
If it makes it past a month.
There'll be
it's,
some back there that are from fucking 2020.
I mean, shoot, there are definitely some bottles behind Scott that are older than the Freedom Friends podcast.
Well, when I hate myself, I usually try to hit one of those.
There you go. With what, a 22?
I'm the only one that drank the fucking Johnny Walker Black.
I know you did.
I drank 2 bottles of it. There's still 2 there.
I was about to say,
Overachiever.
you still got some work to do.
I know.
There's a handle
I like
there
myself
too.
lately.
Lately.
Scott hasn't been self-loathing as
Yeah.
much. I like the idea of Scott getting like 2 glasses of Jameson down and been like, you don't fucking deserve that, Jameson. Go drink this.
Well, it's I had this backwards for part of my life, but I think a lot of people have it backwards where they get drunk and then go to the expensive stuff.
Yeah, no.
No, you start out with the good stuff and then you go to the shit.
Because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, once you're 4 deep in the good stuff, then it doesn't fucking matter anymore. Yeah.
It's only that fifth one's the only one that's going to taste different.
Yeah.
Once you get that one down, then it doesn't matter. What are you drinking?
The Tullamore Dew Caribbean cask.
Don't tell anyone, but I'm drinking a beer.
I saw that.
Yeah, I'm drinking a Rogue Dead Guy. If you're gonna drink beer, at least drink something decent. None of that hipster bullshit.
Yeah. God, the twisted teas when I'm out and about.
Yeah,
I go through so many of them.
they're good.
Holy fuck.
They do the job.
Yeah.
I've been seeing so many bars that have twisted tea on tap.
Oh, I don't
I
understand
don't know
that.
if I would do that.
I don't either. I'm like, this
It's
is
just like anything else, can versus draft.
Yeah.
Like there's no
But-
difference. But
well,
it's still,
I like draft beers better.
the biggest difference is it's not carbonated.
Yes. So it can't make a shit bit of difference.
Not really.
I wouldn't think. I don't know.
I've never been a twee guy myself.
Yeah.
No.
I would drink them when I lived in Massachusetts because you couldn't drink. You couldn't no drinking in public. You can't drink on a beach. Like you can't just open a beer on a beach
gotcha.
and drink it.
Yeah.
And there's no glass in the beach, so it's not like you can bring a bottle of booze and whatever. So what we do is we bring twisted teas, and then we get a large iced tea from Dunkin' Donuts, and then you just dump it out, fill it up with twisted tea.
Right.
Nobody knows. It just looks like tea.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know. It's just summertime, river, lake. I
Yeah.
have to be around water to
Well,
twisted teas.
The reason I drink twisted teas is because I usually start drinking about 10 a.m. and I usually quit drinking about 3 a.m. So I can't do whiskey that whole time, or it just wouldn't work out.
Yeah.
So twisted teas, I can do it the whole time.
Yeah.
I think I went through a 24 on Saturday.
Fucking A.
It's too many.
That's just, that's like heartburn.
Yeah, but I don't even think about it. I'm just,
One's empty, grab another one.
yeah. And if you're like not driving at the time and you're like watching an event and you're standing there and it's
Go through
hot,
like 3 or 4.
yeah, you go through one and it's like, oh fuck, I just opened this and I need another one. Like
Oh, better grab another.
yeah,
one.
better grab another one. Yeah.
It's been a minute since I did a solid day drinking day.
I mean, I tell you, that's why I like the park, man. because it's a whole drinking day. But as soon as you're bored,
You just go find
you
something else.
don't have to ever be bored.
Yeah.
You just literally go do something else.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Did y'all float the river at all this summer?
Fuck, I think we were there once, twice, maybe.
I dove the river once.
Yeah. I think Michelle and I went twice this year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Y'all were a couple of river rides
Well,
a couple of years ago.
Yeah, it was better a couple years
Yeah.
ago.
That's
It's
also
shitty
true.
now. It's
That's true.
low and dirty and
Yeah. We had higher water, more people,
Yeah.
more decent people,
yeah,
and it cost less.
yeah.
It was
It's expensive
It was
now.
$10 a person to get in
Yeah.
when we used to go. Now for 2 people to go, it's $110
Whoa.
for one day.
Yeah.
What?
Two people in a cooler, $110.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jesus.
Yep.
I also haven't floated the river this year. That's why I'm so surprised at this price.
Well, floating the river and going to the floating.
That's a
is different.
that's a float.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
We floated the river one time. I like doing that once a year. I'm good with floating the river once a year. It was fun with the kids.
I floated the Salt River in Arizona too much,
Yeah.
and so like that floating the Salt River in Arizona versus floating one of the rivers here, way different.
Mm-hmm.
Floating the Salt River is a fucking party
Yeah.
from when your tube gets put in until you get out,
That is true. Yeah.
nonstop, every turn, everything.
Yeah.
Here, not so much
Not so much. Yeah.
at all
At all. Yeah.
in any way, shape, or form. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't a party.
Now, I've never floated the San Marcos River.
Yeah.
And I think that one would be more of the party. That's like where the college kids go.
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
The San Marcos River's fun.
Is it?
We grew up floating that one. 'Cause my dad went to Texas State,
Oh,
and so he was real familiar with that area. So we used to go float it all the time. The only downside is it's always cold.
yeah.
Oh, spring fed. I was gonna say I've never floated that one, but I dove it.
Yep. I remember I got my scuba certification there, and I'd get out after the dives and be fucking shivering and everything. And the dive master was like, "Hey, do you have to pee?" Like we were about to get in the water. He's like, "Do you have to pee?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Wait until you get in the water." And I jumped in the water and fucking, oh, that's nice. And then was like almost immediately cold. But it was like, oh, this little life hack underwater.
Well, yeah.
Nobody cares if you pee in a wetsuit, as long as it's not a rental.
Well,
Nobody wants you peeing in a rental suit.
Very true. Especially the person after you.
We got to think how many people before you did that.
All of them.
Yeah.
All.
way better than pooping in one.
So the zippers on the back.
Y'all been seeing all these videos of all the crocodiles and creatures that are making their way into homes in North
Oh,
Carolina or not
shit.
or Florida and everything.
I can imagine, I guess.
I saw a video the other day of a dude that was coming off of his porch and he looked down the stairs and there was just a crocodile, just the eyes sticking out of or not a crocodile, alligator, whatever, just eyes sticking out. And I was like, oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Like you're all of a sudden a cohabitant with
No,
alligators
I'm
and
fighting
shit.
one at that point, and I have guns. Like, well, I'm going to win that one.
That's true.
If you're in my house, I don't give a fuck who or what you are.
Yes. It's all about finding them first.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're on my property, we have an issue. You know? Like,
Well, yeah, no matter how many legs you have.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really. Like, we got some shit to deal with. I don't know. That wouldn't be fun. Like, to just, like, walk out in your living room and you're like, oh.
Well, now your living room is soggy from a hurricane.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're actively sleeping in your room.
That's true.
You know what I mean? But yeah, but it would still get dealt with.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be like the last straw, you know, like I lost almost everything and I'm taking it out on this motherfucker, you know, like insurance has to replace all the walls anyway.
Yeah.
So a couple extra bullet holes ain't going to matter.
Yeah. They won't even notice.
Yeah.
It was crazy to me seeing on social media how many people were staying in their homes and like live streaming them riding out storms and shit. Like there was one guy
Yeah.
that like put a kayak in his living room and the water was like 2-3 feet high. And he was just like, well, it hasn't made it to my outlets yet, or not the light switches yet, but he still had like power and everything. And he was just like, he was just live streaming it. And I was like, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, fucking entertaining content.
Yeah.
I was enjoying it.
Yeah. I don't know. How does electricity work underwater? I mean, I take my
What do you mean?
Can-Am underwater all the time and never really have issues. But
Well, because everything's sealed.
no, I mean, not really.
Yeah.
Kind of, but
Yeah.
no, there's still connectors you can see and battery terminals and like it's not sealed. But I'm sure like a fuse box in the living room is a different story. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
And I'm not running that much voltage and shit either, probably.
No, a lot of the stuff like on the Can-Ams that all your connectors that could short,
Yeah.
they're usually filled with epoxy.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And that way it's no matter what, it's water.
Yeah.
Water's not getting in.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff like that. It's way different than how houses are wired. It's just you have raw wires. Like
Well, it must be different than automotive wiring too, because you sure as fuck wouldn't want to take your vehicle and shit like that, would you?
the same. It's all waterproof.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why like a Jeep, all you have to do is put a snorkel kit on it and
Okay.
take it underwater. Yep. Humvees,
Yeah.
I don't know how, but they did it.
Well, they don't even work out of water. So.
Well, that's probably yeah. You know what? That's it. It added pressure. That's why it worked better underwater. Yep. But yeah, a lot of the automotive shit, it's all like weatherproof type
Yeah.
stuff. I wouldn't take like a Ford Escort and try to do it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
your trucks and the things that the 4-wheel drive that potentially could go do it. I believe that they're not going to get fucked up just because you did it.
Right.
Well, it's like Teslas. They're great until water gets in the battery.
Yeah. Well, did you see? I think it was Bradley Freeman sent us that picture of his Ford work trucks were Ford Lightnings that were flipped over and under the water in North Carolina.
Oh shit!
And he's like, they didn't have any problem because he commented on how we were talking about the Teslas catching fire.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, the Lightnings didn't have any problems. They
Yeah.
just flipped them back over and they worked fine.
That's funny.
That's pretty gangster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I saw a video today of a Tesla. I think it was a Model Y parked in a garage. And the guy he said he
Yes.
plugged it in the night before. And then all of a sudden the car I think they call it deep sleep mode or whatever. But the charger wouldn't turn on. The doors wouldn't unlock. The trunk popped open. And like he couldn't get into it at all. Like he just had a giant brick in his garage. And I was like, yeah, that pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah.
Like the biggest issue is like my truck runs out of battery and I just got to jump it or go get a new battery. Or
Yeah.
it runs out of gas and I just got to put gas in it and we're good to go. But just having a straight brick,
Yeah.
that would piss me off. Once again, we're not ready for full electric.
I'm not.
I like combustion engines.
Yeah.
I don't like. Do you think you'd like electric vehicles more if they had speakers that sounded like a V8?
No.
No. Like when you gave it gas, it like sounded like.
I don't want. No. I don't want to be fake about it. That's
I think it was BMW. They had like
They did.
was it like an inline 4, inline 6 or something, like a super quiet, but
Yeah.
they pumped in V8 noise through the speakers in the BMW and they got obliterated
yeah,
for it.
That's gay.
Well, they marketed it as like this is a good thing,
Yeah.
and I guess like whoever they did their A/B testing with, it was a whole bunch of A's because they were just like, oh yeah, this is great, and then they put it out and the world was like, yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was one of their M series, like their bougie fast vehicles.
Now I did see one of those electric Polaris Rangers
Yeah.
out, and yeah, for hunting I think that would be the shit.
They couldn't hear you.
Yeah, they're quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. I still want an e-bike. There's no justification on those. They're so fucking
It's like
expensive.
a street e-bike.
Like a pedal bike, but with a motor,
Oh,
with electric
oh.
engine,
I thought you meant like Like an actual motorcycle.
No, it's something to just go shoot pigs with.
Yeah.
But you can just sneak up on them through,
Right.
you're just on a bicycle. That'd be fun.
There was a dude that I followed for a while, and he would take one of the Soren e-bikes.
Yeah.
It's essentially a fucking dirt bike that's got an electric motor, and he'd go ride through like Compton and like all these fucking nasty neighborhoods. And it was so funny because he'd like pull up someone and be like, "Oh, what is that?" And he'd talk to him, and they'd be like, "Can I take it for a spin?" And he'd be like, "Yeah," and then he'd just take off. He was like, "I'm not that fucking stupid."
Yeah.
Like, but he would hop around curbs and shit and just scooting
That's
through
funny.
fucking alleyways. I was like, "That's fucking." Those things look sick.
Yeah.
Then I've been seeing like actual like motorcycles that are electric now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like full size
Yeah.
ones.
Harley put one out years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, there's quite a few now.
The Live Wire, I think they call it.
Yeah.
It's
Then Can-Am's got a couple coming out.
yeah.
Dirt bike and a street bike.
Oh. Have they done any like electric side by sides yet?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That Polaris Ranger.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
There's only, I think that might be like the only one that I know of. Anyway.
Huh.
There's a hybrid. Segway
Yeah.
makes a super villain, they call it. That's a hybrid, but it's just a power machine.
I did hear that Segway, that side by side is actually really decent.
There's been a couple out there that I look at, and they're okay, I think. Yeah.
Like on paper, they're direct competitors.
Well, they're heavier.
Yeah.
That's the problem with them.
But
yeah.
the ground clearance, horsepower,
oh, yeah.
all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one of the super villains out there yet, but the Segway villain, I've seen quite a few of them.
The XP Kinetic Unlimited.
But it was quick and quiet.
You know what's funny is like you literally can do anything with the electric one, right?
Yeah.
And they still make it like identical. Do you think they do it just because like people are so used to that?
No, they do it for production purposes because essentially it's the same parts.
Yeah, but if you just made something just so badass, because you can do any like
look up just electric side by side. There's a brand new one coming out that looks fucking sweet because it doesn't look like anything else.
because like it's not like
It's a new brand, and it's really kind of space age. I don't know. Fuck, I can't remember who makes it.
electric.
I don't remember the.
But it's
brand.
not like you have an engine you need to work around,
Yeah.
like a traditional engine.
Right. Oh, there it is. That's the one I was thinking of.
Nola? Is that Nikola?
Nicola.
Oh, I think.
So this
These-
is Tesla's direct competitor.
Well, there was the dude that has the he did like he took like an old like 19 something pickup and converted it to an electric, and he did it before he started the project when Elon announced the Cybertruck and finished it before the Cybertruck came out.
Yeah.
And now he's got the electric semi truck that I think he's got like 2 running right now. But he named it Nikola because he's stealing Tesla's ideas or something like that. But I don't know if this is the same one. That looks fucking sick though.
It looks like a car.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Some of them we were like the new Polaris Expeditions. They're like an SUV.
Yeah.
There's like
Yeah.
no difference to them.
No. Here, go down, Justin. Go down to that next picture. Yeah, that's a car.
Oh, he's got a little tail.
Yeah. That's for the furries. In case they want to get into side by sides. That back end's really skinny. 1,350 pounds.
Well, that's the Polaris's. Oh, I guess there's another one.
That's a Yamaha R-Max.
Oh, that's not a electric.
Polaris Ranger EV.
Yeah, that's one we were just looking at. That's a golf cart.
Yeah, I was about to say that looks like a golf cart. Oh, they got a 4-seater. for the Nikola.
Well, the other one was a 4-seater too.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it just had a
Oh, it had the full.
Top one.
yeah.
Yeah. Heisen. Easy, John. Easy.
No, so they're I watched this thing. It was on Amazon Prime, and it was I can't remember what documentary it was, but it was talking about this Chinese company that makes like excavator equipment, like heavy machinery. And essentially they could turn out an entire complete machine in something like 46 minutes. And their whole goal was to essentially take over the global market
Yeah.
based on availability, volume, and cost.
Well, what's Komatsu? What brand is that? Japanese?
I think it's Japanese. This is different. This is all new stuff. And essentially they're just, and it's not bad, like quality wise.
Yeah.
They're just not like, they don't make it, it's not like, oh, this machine's $8 million because we put all these bells and whistles in it. And they're like, no, this one digs a hole.
Yeah.
Like you might have to do it by hand sometimes, but it'll get there. But they were selling them like I think they were retailing for like under $100,000. It was stupid. But I was like, well, yeah, they're gonna make it work.
Well, China makes CF Moto is a
Yeah.
ATV side by side brand, and they're decent. They look good.
Yeah.
The problem is like I just can't throw my money at China like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a T-shirt and an iPhone. I guess it's the same, but it's a little different. I guess.
What do you mean? That's made by Apple.
Whatever. But the CF Motos they're cheaper. You know, you're probably getting close to the same performance out of them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like there are definitely things that you can get from China that are fucking just cheap pieces of shit.
Yeah.
And then there's stuff that you get that it's just like everything else you get.
Yeah.
It's just not as cheap. It's still cheaper, but not, pennies on the dollar. Now you're quarters on the dollar.
Have y'all ever purchased something that was like you thought were just going to be like a cheap piece of shit that you were like, so it'll get the job done, and it turned out to be an absolute tank?
No, I've had the opposite. I got a Dodge Ram once.
Yeah, I can't think of any time I've been pleasantly surprised by a cheap.
I mean, it's been little things.
Ryobi.
Yeah.
That is true.
I've been happy with my Ryobi collection.
Yeah. Those things take a fucking.
I did learn you can't submerge them though.
No, they're not.
Would you try to
they're not scuba.
I had a battery in my
air compressor,
little air compressor that I had on the side by side. Went through a lake, and we got through the end of it, and it stunk like burning plastic. And then I figured out what it was, and
it wasn't smoke coming off the radiator.
No, it was smoke coming out of this little thing. And then I pulled the battery out, and then the smoke stopped, and then. But yeah, it was.
Did the compressor still work?
No, nothing worked.
And
the battery, I don't know if it works or not. It stayed there because I wasn't about to
Let me drive 3 hours with
with a time machine in the back. No,
with a time bomb.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a fun story that I think Scott's going to appreciate specifically. So I was visiting me and my wife and the baby went and visited the in-laws this weekend. And I was going to a fundraiser with my father-in-law. We got pulled over by a cop. Long story short, cop finishes up with us, gives my father-in-law a warning. And as he's walking back to his car, we hear what sounds like metal skidding across pavement. And so we both turn around, and the cop is also looking. And this guy had a travel trailer. And as he passed by, he had a grill that was strapped down, not great, to one of those platforms that hook into the hitch. And he was literally dragging this grill across the ground. And at the same time, all of his hoses for his like gray water and shit were just going flying. And so that cop just like hustled to his car and took off. And we go and we drive. And when we passed him, the cop had pulled the guy out of his car, and the cop was just standing behind the trailer with his hands on his hips. And I was like, I can see it now. He looked at that guy and went, what's the problem with this picture? Because the main part of the grill was still attached to the fucking RV. And I was just like, I want to know what that grill looks like. Yeah. It's got to just be like a fucking flat spot. Just skidding across the ground.
That's my nightmare with the generator in the back. Like I would never see it or hear it or feel it.
Nope.
It's just going to.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're just going to get to where you're going and be like, oh, well, I had something there.
I thought I had a grill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite entertaining.
Yeah.
I did a lot of driving this weekend, actually. I did almost 500 miles.
You should have came out to the park, man.
Fuck, I was almost there.
I know. You
Saturday,
should have came.
But it wasn't until Saturday afternoon.
That would have been fine.
I know. But yeah, it was insane. I did almost 500 miles and I didn't even hit any other major city.
Yeah.
I stayed in Central Texas. It just blew Europeans' minds.
Right.
The European mind could never comprehend.
No.
Well, boys.
Yeah.
Y'all got anything else?
Shit, it's gonna be a quick one, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm without Mikey, we suck.
It's a Monday too.
It's a Monday.
It's a Monday of Mondays. Very Monday-y Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there really isn't anything like fun in like news.
No, we can talk politics. Everybody's heard it already.
I mean, we can go like the typical or the normal question. When do you think World War III is kicking off?
Yeah.
But I haven't even heard anything new on that.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Election day is coming up.
Election day is coming up.
Ooh. Man, Twitter's gonna be a ball.
I just hope it's over early and it doesn't drag out for 2 weeks.
Just remember, vote early and vote often.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my jury duty got bumped.
Oh, yeah.
I was supposed to be on-call jury duty for the entire month of November.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. And and it's federal. It's not state. And but I guess on the federal side, how it works is I have to every Sunday at 5:30 in the evening, I have to call this number or log onto the website, and it lets me know if I get selected for that week or not.
Oh.
If I say I get selected that first week in November, I still have to check every Sunday for the rest of the month. They can call me up multiple times.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, what? I was like, wait. But then they just called me. I can't remember. It's Friday or Saturday. They just called, and it got postponed till April.
Mm.
Yeah.
So are you on a particular case or?
No, it's weird. I'm just because that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, because I've had jury duty before, but I get called in. They go through jury selection,
right?
And they never pick me. It's weird. I don't know.
I don't know. You're never going to get picked on.
I try.
You're
so
never
much.
going to get picked on.
I try so much. I even had this last one I did was in New Braunfels, and they were asking questions, and raise your hand, blah 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 type deal. And so the line of question they did, it was like working logic. They were trying to get you to think logically, and if you would do something based on the information that you had.
Right.
Well, the ultimate end goal that they worked up to for the question was, if you were about to go skydiving, but you knew your main parachute wasn't going to open, would you still jump? Raise your hand if you would. And I was like, and nobody. I looked around, there's nobody else. And I was like, what the fuck? And so the guy's like, why would you still jump? I'm like, I got a reserve. It's gonna open. Like, I'll be fine. And everybody, nobody else would.
No, John, you're the only one.
I'm like, okay.
I would not have raised my hand either.
Why not?
Because I wouldn't go skydiving if I knew one was going to fail.
You still have the other one.
Yeah, but you don't know if that's going to work for sure.
Technically, you never know if your main's going to work.
You never know.
You're right, but if you absolutely know it's not going to, you never know if your reserve's going to.
But if your first experience of jumping out of a plane is jumping military packed parachutes, it doesn't matter anymore. You're just Jesus, take the wheel.
That's very true. There's a reason why the vast majority of the military is only static line jumping.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't even trust you to pull your own fucking ripcord.
Yeah.
That's no.
Which is fair.
Yeah, 100%.
You know how many people forget?
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah.
Like, wait, I'm supposed to do what?
Yeah. You got distracted. By what?
Falling from the sky?
Yeah. Well, my platoon sergeant said I had to wait.
You know, if that was the case, you'd watch some fucking E3 doing a free fall at parade rest. Just the whole way down.
I want to see Mikey make that TikTok where he's skydiving. He's like, woo. And then he just puts in like fucking reveille, snaps to attention in the sky.
Getting ready to do like a sunset jump.
Yeah. Just right as he reaches back to rip the ripcord, and then it just starts playing. Like, God damn it.
That's a good one.
Oh, shit. You boys want to try to FaceTime Mikey?
Oh, I don't know.
I can try on here.
Yeah.
The call him in.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Let's take a quick break, see if we can get a hold of Mikey.
Hi,
What's
buddy.
up?
Nothing.
Oh, hey.
What are you doing?
We actually just got off, about to go to the camper, wash my nuts, and then go to dinner. What are you guys doing?
Well, I mean, we're just sitting here FaceTiming you.
Yeah, you're late.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm late. You're right. You're right. My bad, fellas. What? How's it going? How's the show?
We miss you.
Well, I know. Yeah, man. Down here, beautiful Palaca, Florida. Skydive Palaca, doing some RCPT stuff. Matter of fact, right here, I have the man, the myth, the legend, Bill Markham. Just
Oh, hey, Bill.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, John, what's up, man?
How you
What's up,
doing?
guys?
You're on the podcast.
What?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
We're fancy. We could FaceTime each other now. Yeah. Yeah. So if you guys want to jump, you're interested in jump, if you're watching this or listening, go to rcptusa.org and tell them Bill sent you, because then you'll actually might get hooked up.
That's right, man.
Right?
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, man.
Airborne.
I'm already gross and tired and soggy.
Yeah.
Well, you're in Palaca, Florida.
Dude, and it's been nice and rainy. Like, it rained off and on all day today, and now it's real soupy out.
Nice.
You got monkey butt or what?
Oh, dude, it's monkeying. The monkey's gonna monkey. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's pretty good. Some baby powders in my future. Maybe some of them anti-chafe sticks. Might even just shove it in my ass crack. I don't know yet. So we'll see. We'll see. It's almost like God wants this place to go away. That's why he keeps sending. Well, him and the government keep sending hurricanes.
Yeah. Mainly the government.
Hey, was there
And the
any
Jews. And the Jews. We forgot about the Jews. Yeah.
was there any hurricane damage down there where you're at?
No, so apparently, what everybody told me is when Helene came through, it knocked all the loose branches away.
Yeah.
So when Milton came through, it was just like a windstorm. They're like, oh, all the debris is already gone. So it's fine.
Nice.
So that's like the beauty of having a back-to-back hurricane, I guess, is the first one does the damage, the second one just kind of clears it for you.
Hey, you got to find the silver lining somehow.
Yeah, dude. Well, I mean, you know how Florida is. They'll figure out a way to make something smile. So, I mean, they are the Sunshine State or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Got Fahey Forest in the background.
Yep.
Aptly named.
Are you getting any jumps in this week?
I am. Well, so I'm airborne commander this week.
Yeah.
So I'll eventually get to lead a stick out of Tico Bell.
Nice.
But honestly, most of my job is like delegating. So I'm going to try to skydive as much as I can.
Yeah.
So, whenever they're going to have a jump up, I'm going to try to be on it to get some skydives in.
Is the Otico
So-
Bell parked anywhere near you?
And no, she doesn't get here till Thursday.
All right.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
there for the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll show up Thursday and then start flying Friday, Saturday.
Where's that?
And then
one?
we're
Where's
doing
it?
a water jump out of the Tico Bell on Sunday, which is
Oh.
going to be dope.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Where's that?
Yeah.
Where's Tico Bell based out of?
It's here in Florida. It's part of the Valiant Air Command, which is a nonprofit that is essentially it's a flying museum, right? And it's got a bunch of great aircraft at their facility. I believe it's down south of here, closer to Orlando area.
I got you.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mikey, I have a question for you.
What you got, brother?
If you knew your main canopy wasn't going to open, would you still jump out of the plane?
Yeah, totally.
There we go. I said that I got asked that in jury selection once, and I was like, "Yeah, I was the only one that would be like, I'd still jump."
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. So
You know what's funny? I'm actually missing jury duty on Monday.
oh, nice.
Next Monday, I'm supposed to have jury duty. I had to submit a freaking request to reschedule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it state or federal?
It was state, it was
Okay.
city. Yeah, it was district.
Yeah.
So, but
Yep.
whatever, man.
Right.
Whatever. Dude, we had a Freedom Friend show up down here. I believe is going to be a student this week.
Nice.
Oh, sweet.
Somebody who had heard it from the show. They stopped by. I didn't catch his name, but yeah, he was like, "Oh yeah, I listened to your show, and that's why I'm here." And I was like, "Oh shit,
Well,
sorry, I'm not better looking." I'll tell you. So,
No, I appreciate the fact that he heard about it and then went and did it.
yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah, it's cool, dude. So, I mean, it's a great time. It's a great place. It's just it's a little gross because it's Florida, but and it's all in all not bad.
Yeah.
I can't complain, man. Can't complain.
Cool,
What do
bro.
you guys got going on? What do you guys get going on this week?
His work.
Yeah.
That's
You
it.
guys talking about some World War III shit or what?
I just brought that up right before we called you.
I figured it was. You don't fuck with tradition, John. And
No.
you've had a weekly tradition lately.
But I don't know, like I thought it was going to happen a lot sooner. To be honest, I didn't think
Yeah.
it was going to drag out this long.
I know, right? Shit or get off the pot, everybody.
Like,
yeah,
fuck,
man.
stop teasing me, Jesus.
I know, right?
Wait a minute.
Bullshit.
Didn't we just send U.S. troops to, was it Israel?
Yeah,
Oh, well,
Yeah.
maybe we're a little bit closer.
yeah,
We're pissing off Iran a little bit too. So
Here's fucking hoping.
yeah.
Good God. Here's hoping. Because I'm tired. I'm with you, John. I'm tired of hearing about the maybe. Let's just fucking either throw the fucking gauntlet down or shut the fuck up.
Like, do it and take the gloves off, or
Yeah.
fucking stop. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. But that'll never
Agreed,
happen.
man. Agreed. Well, boys,
yep.
Yep.
I'm gonna go scrub my nuts and get some dinner.
Y'all wanna-
Have a great show.
Here, y'all want to sign it off? This is the tail end of the episode, Mikey.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. We did not
Uh,
give Mikey any heads up that we were doing this, by the way.
Why would we?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, I don't have a glass, but I'll raise it up anyways, boys. Cheers.
I'm
Thanks for
drinking
being my
beer.
freedom friend. 3 little things. Pretty easy to remember, right? John?
Smoke on.
Scotty?
Drink on.
God damn it, kids.
Freedom
the
Freedom
fuck
to fuck
on.
on. Later.